So what are the pros and cons of homeschooling? If you plan to homeschool your child or you are new to homeschooling and you are thinking, ano ba yung mga good and bad about homeschooling? In this video, I'm gonna be sharing with you 5 pros and 5 cons about homeschooling. Hi, I'm Lorraine. I'm a homeschooling mom. In this channel, I'm going to be sharing with you my homeschooling journey and tips on how you can best start your own homeschooling journey. So if you are new here, consider subscribing. So first pro is time. Homeschooling allowed me to develop a close relationship with my daughter, and I don't feel like I am behind when new experiences happen in her life because we spend quite a bit of time together. Like when she's able to memorize the alphabet, nung nakapag-count siya 1 to 10, I've witnessed all those milestones, and it's very fulfilling as a mother. Homeschooling allows me to accommodate random thoughts and questions from my daughter, which may not happen if she's in the traditional school. Like, mahilig kasi kami magbasa ng daughter ko. So, may mga words siyang na-encounter for the first time na hindi niya alam. So, she will just ask me, Mom, what is the meaning of this word? Like, what is the meaning of flabbergasted? And there was one time, nanonood kami ng video about this girl. Her physical appearance is different. So she will just ask me, Mom, why does she look like that? Why is she sick? So imagine, the number of times your child will ask you those questions. And what if they're in the school or they're in front of the computer, because nowadays ang trending is distant learning. So imagine, where will they get those answers? On the other hand, time can also be a disadvantage because homeschooling requires a big investment, and it's not about money, it's your time. Well, homeschooling requires a lot of time. Time for preparation, for planning, for researching. When you homeschool, you spend most of your time with your kids. And you might find this very exhausting if you're not able to balance your time. Kaya importante na you have time for yourself, time for your husband, time for your kids, right? That's why planning is very important if you decide to homeschool your children. So second is character formation. Our main purpose for homeschooling has always been to protect and guide the character development of our child. A lot of people are saying that experience is the best teacher, that children should be exposed to the reality of this world for them to learn. I say that's true, but not at the age when their characters are being formed. And in my opinion, let them grow and learn in a safe and healthy environment until they are matured enough. Through homeschooling, we have discovered that we can teach our children about faith, about love, about respect, obedience, along with the other subjects, along with the other lessons that we are teaching them. But at the same time, there's a con. Our children, they copy what they see, not much of what they hear. If you don't become a good example, if we're not intentional to show good values to our children, it defeats the purpose of character formation. Doesn't mean hindi na ako pwede magkamali in front of my kids. Of course not. Magkakamali at magkakamali tayo. We're not perfect. Apologize when you fail. Because when they see our authenticity and humility, that's the time that we gain their respect. It is also a very good way of raising our kids without any pressure of being perfect, that they can also make mistakes, but learn how to apologize and become better. So one of the greatest benefits of homeschooling is its flexibility. So what does it mean by flexibility, and ano yung benefit niya? Flexibility meaning you are not bound to location, to time, or money. Because learning, you can learn anywhere, any time of the day, whatever resources that you have. And yung flexibility ng homeschooling has allowed us to try different curriculums and teaching approaches. Also, it enables us to determine ano ba yung mag-work best for our child. Homeschooling encourages us to get out of the four corners of the classroom, where we can learn science, math, history, in the outside world, in the real world. When you go out, no, punta ka sa nature, you can learn a lot from nature. Yun yung mga real experience that we can experience, that we can try. In homeschooling, our daughter was able to pursue her interest, her passion. Right now, naka-enroll siya sa ballet class. And kami, we don't have to worry kung makakamiss siya ng class, ng schedule sa school. Kasi we're flexible. Homeschooling is very flexible. So when is flexibility considered a con? Well, there's a tendency to be complacent and to procrastinate if we have this mindset na flexible naman eh. So, there's nothing to catch up. And as a result, no, we put more pressures on ourselves and to our children if we're not able to balance it. So, ano yung solution? So, we need to know the importance of schedule and routines. So, kailangan natin mag-build ng good habits. Like, when is the best time for you and your child to study? We need to know the importance of expectations. You have to set expectations. Like, ano ba yung kaya nyong i-tackle a day? How many subjects that you can tackle a day? Can be three subjects a day. It should be realistic. And also, the importance of yung speed and pace. So, you can advance if you think your child is able to understand the lesson quickly, or you can spend more time with that lesson until the child mastered it. And know also the importance of timeline. At the end of the week, or at the end of the month, at the end of the quarter, ano yung mga lessons, subjects na na-accomplish nyo na. So, fourth is social pressure. What does it mean by social pressure and how does it affect our children? Ito yung combination ng mga pressures around us like peer pressures, academic pressures, and socio-economic pressures. For the homeschooler kids, no, they do not have the same level of peer pressure and bullying. When I was a kid, I was bullied. Na-experience kong mabully. And yung effect niya sa akin is poor academic performance and lower self-esteem. So when we homeschool our kids, no, we can prevent that. We can avoid that to happen to our kids. On the other hand, there is a stigma na yung mga homeschooler kids they are introverts, they are antisocial, and they are not competitive enough. But, my daughter is the exact opposite. She loves to entertain, she loves to vlog, and she's very competitive. Imagine, pag kumakain kami sa dining table, she would compete, no? Sino yung mauuna na makatapos ng meal. So, fifth is, homeschooling provides us the opportunity to help our child love learning. So, kanina, sabi ko, diba, that homeschooling is very flexible. So, we do a lot of outdoor activities. And we can incorporate play while learning. In homeschooling, no, you can learn math while playing sports. Or you can use a lot of manipulatives and even toys. As a result, they learn more while having fun. So the con here is there's a tendency for the homeschooling parents to hoard or buy a lot of materials and books. And usually, makikita nyo sa loob ng bahay ng mga nag-homeschooling, punong-puno ng bookshelves yung bahay. Well, in order to balance that, alamin mo ano ba yung importante at this time ng education ng anak mo so that you'll be able to prioritize the important needs of your children. Having said all of those things, I believe that homeschooling is not for everyone. And if you cannot commit to your child, by all means, enroll them in a traditional school. But I believe that homeschooling is the best ideal path for you to be intentional with your kids. Okay, imagine this. In a traditional school, the ratio of the teacher and the student is 1:30. Even more, especially in public schools. And lalo na ngayon with the distant learning, hindi lang challenge yung ratio, but even the the distance, right? And yung limited interactions with other people, even the internet connections, nagiging challenge yun. So I believe that there is no better time for us to homeschool our kids than today. 2020 has been crazy. And we don't want, ayaw natin na mahinder yung education ng mga kids natin just because of this pandemic. So those are my 5 pros and 5 cons about homeschooling. If this video has helped you, please hit the like button. Question of the day: what will you add to the list of pros and cons of homeschooling? Comment it down below and I'll see you in the next video.